So all my websites are saying WordPress 7.0 is available, please update now. So we're going to click that button in this video and I'm going to show you a little bit about what WordPress 7.0 and the AI features do. So let's update our website to version 7.0. And always with a WordPress major update, I recommend for my clients to wait a little bit before updating, and I'll give you my honest review of the AI features in this video too. But yeah, so we've updated to WordPress 7.0. We've updated WordPress many a times, but what is new in 7.0 that's really exciting is this option for connectors. That's found under Settings. So we'll go to Settings, Connectors, and it shows us a few options here. We can connect Anthropic, more popularly known as Claude, Google, or OpenAI. ChatGPT is popular. So these are our three options for AI connectors that we can add to the website. It also promotes us to install the AI plugin. We'll talk about that one more in a second. So I'm just going to connect one of these. Now I use Claude with Anthropic, so that's the one I'm going to do. I'm going to click install. It says enter your API key and then gives me a link to where I can go get an API key. Now if you are using Claude as a general user, like for example, working with the chat, like here I made 3 blog posts talking to Claude. This is going to be different than the platform that you need. The API key that WordPress is asking us for here comes from the Claude platform. So I already pay Claude a monthly fee to be able to chat with it as an agent. With this little text box here. This is a different subscription. So for me, I've already loaded $10 into my account, and we can manage the credits that I have in my account. Let's get into it. So I'm going to click this little link to take me to the Claude platform. Now I already paid, and so I'm in the back end here looking at my API keys. You can see down here in the bottom left corner I have $10 I loaded into my account, and we'll take a look at how much each of the things we do today is going to cost. So create a key. I'm going to call this key for video 7.0 YouTube. Add the key. We're going to copy the API key, add that in right here in WordPress, and then save. Now we are connected. Now this is where the AI plugin is going to come in handy. Now we have Claude connected to our WordPress, but the capabilities come from plugins. So your favorite plugins like LMS plugins or WooCommerce, they may integrate AI features in the future, but for now WordPress has released this AI plugin so that you can start using the AI today. So let's control the features in the AI plugin. The first thing we want to do is install or enable AI up there at the top. It gives us all of these options. Now, I don't think my Claude model allows for image generation, but that is an option. If you have one of the other ones that generates images, that is possible. I'm going to enable all the features right there, and then under admin experiments, I don't recommend messing with a lot of this unless you really know what you're doing, other than AI request logging. That one just keeps a log in the back end of your website to show you each AI request you make, and if something goes wrong, if something breaks, if it doesn't return correctly, you have a little log to tell you that. But yeah, so now that we have all these features turned on, let's look at some of the features that I like when it comes to working with a blog post. I already had Claude come up with some sample blog posts for me, the Claude agent. So let me just create a blog post real quick. I'm gonna copy in all of this about making coffee at home. Copy in. Boom. So this is my blog post. Now imagine this was something I co-create with AI like I just did, or something I wrote myself. The WordPress AI features you'll see around here, like regenerate. It offers me the option to regenerate my title. Let's give it a try. I'm going to click regenerate, how to make better coffee at home without expensive equipment. So you can see it took my title, bring better coffee at home, and it gave me an alternative. I can insert that if I want to. It'll change my title, and then I'm good to go. Jumping over to the right side, you'll see we can create an excerpt. This is an easy way to create a little paragraph summation of your blog post. and you don't have to do that work anymore yourself. So that summary work, you can see in just one click, it's done. Now it's always good to review this and make sure it's correct, but it's referencing the content that I have here in the middle, so that's really useful. Generating summaries is something that's also really useful in my opinion. Click Generate Summary. It's going to put a block right here at the top below my title that summarizes the blog post for people. It's really good for SEO, good for accessibility. Recommend that for sure. And then if we go back to the post, there was one other thing I was going to show you, which is editorial notes. Now this is a feature of co-working in WordPress where you can have one WordPress user who leaves some comments or some notes. If you're familiar with working in Google Drive and the Google Documents, people can leave little comments on the work, and this is basically, the editorial notes are basically like the comments feature. So that will be this little chat box over here. You can see some advice that the WordPress AI is giving us about our content. Readability. So the advice reserves the standard correction, sour coffee and bitter coffee requires grinding. This is correct, but two clauses contradict the typical reader expectation. Coarser equals less extraction, less equals bitter. So confirm the direction is intentional, not swapped. So this is actually a really cool feature. It can give you some feedback on the actual writing itself. So it's critiquing the writing in the post. That's a really cool thing to be able to do right from the back end of WordPress. Bringing the AI features into this area is really useful. This video was just meant to show you what you do when you update to WordPress 7.0 and what some of the features do. If you want to see a full deep dive, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, so my honest review of the WordPress AI features is that I don't feel like it's ready to be deployed on like all websites in all these fantastic ways, but I really think that editing posts is super useful. Your favorite WordPress plugins will start integrating AI slowly over the next few years, and you'll want to make sure those connectors are hooked up so you'll have access to that. And again, I'll show you that's under settings. Or is it? Yeah, settings. I need to reload my page. I haven't reloaded this page since updating. Settings, connectors, and then when you install the AI plugin, there's settings AI as well. So remember, separate subscription for whichever connector you want to use. And then if we go back to my platform here and do a little refresh, the total, it was 968, is 958. So we spent about 10 cents working on what we did today, where I created an excerpt, some editorial notes, changed my title. That was about 10 cents worth of modifying. For me, I'm probably going to stick to using the agent for now. I'm going to talk to Claude directly. That's what I'm going to use for right now. But if you want to add this to the back end of your WordPress website, you definitely can. And always feel free to let me know on wpcourseguide.com if you need support moving your project forward, unblocking in any way with anything tech strategy, or whatever problems you're coming up against. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.